Hello and welcome. This is Ayana Lahi, and I am so very happy that you're here with me today in this week's episode of Be One, Be You. We are diving into the theme, Be Yourself. What does it mean to be? To settle in, sit within, dance within, show up within, be present, to be. The integration of your thoughts, your feelings, settling into your body with spirit flowing through you. It's so easy to forget that we are beings of light. There is an infinite universe within each and every one of us that is the universe of superintelligence. We turn from the light because our mind is trained to overpower our soul being the light that we are. To be means that you allow what's happening, but you also take action. You're being in the state of connection. It's a point. It's a center point, a creation point, where the universe as it is in its entirety meets with the personal consciousness that you are. We walk around our lives trying to make a difference, make money, show up, make the difference that we're here to make. And it's so easy to take on what we're being offered through the next latest, greatest ad to become the next greatest version of ourselves. And we forget to be who we are in the simplicity of life in its purest way. When we truly trust who we are, we get to be who we are. And to trust yourself means that you are trusting the love that's within inside of you and giving yourself the time each day to allow the love that's inside of you to burn bright, to shine to you. It will shine up to you. For the light that you truly are begins in the base of your body. It is the hidden part of you that might have been too bright for the world that we live in. And as you turn to face the light that is within inside of you, you're giving yourself the opportunity and the chance to be itself. We live in an amazing time of self-expression, and we are seeing individual expression everywhere, and it is really a joy, whether you like it or have a particular dislike. If you can look at everything that's happening in our collective culture as a breakthrough, a breakout of not wanting to be put into boxes and not wanting to create a life of suffering for no reason. Each and every one of us can feel the pain of the world, of another person, but it's so easy during this time period to make things about ourselves and to get lost in our own bubble of what's important to us and really forget about the interconnectedness of all life. Most of the good stuff in life is invisible. The stuff that you can't just buy online or in a store. Those things are fun, and they can bring a sense of self, expression, and nurturance into our lives and to take really good care of who we are. But we are approaching a time where we have to understand that we're not separate from life. And we have fallen into habits from taking for granted the resources from our earth, taking for granted that we can get whatever we want, taking for granted that we don't have to be responsible for ourselves, and that many, many, many individuals in our collective consciousness choose to sleep. When you get to be yourself, it's because you're choosing to find yourself so you can be yourself. And when you shut off the valve, you turn off the switch to the power that's within inside of you, the true power that comes from being connected to the source within you. Best way to open your connection with the source is through your heart. The heart is an instantaneous doorway in. And the mind loves to bypass it. It loves to explore and fill itself up with really meaningless garbage throughout the day. So to be yourself, I want to invite you to open up your inner heart and see through that inner heart and see yourself through your inner heart and look towards yourself in a whole different way, a little more kinder, a little bit more forgiving. To reach out in some way every day to a person or directly into yourself so that you can find that being inside of you that wants to come out more. It's all way too easy to just have a drink or smoke a joint or start an argument or go sit in front of the television and just shut off, make excuses, deny what's really going on. To really be able to connect in with yourself and feel happiness is really your first destination goal. To really be able to show up and know that your life energy is equal with all the other life energies that are here. And to be able to ebb and flow like the ocean wave, how it ebbs and flows on the shore as it comes in on the sands or the rocks. To be able to ebb and flow like the flames in a fireplace or a fire pit, the way the flames flicker and they move with the level of oxygen that's coming into the flames and the air. Precious air that when it's fresh you go, oh, wow, that's amazing. I love this air. It feels so good. And to really give thanks for the air that you do breathe and do what you can to help make the air cleaner by making conscious choices sustainably. The earth. What can you say about a planet that is the earth, that grows food and holds the water and the fire? It allows the air to seep into it, to germinate seeds, plants, the earth. And we need all of you who have new vision for building and discovering and envisioning a new earth, so that you know that we're done. We have to be done with an era where we're not letting the earth be herself. And we have to find that feminine within ourselves so that we can allow her to emerge. And we see our collective movement, millions of men and women exploring what their feminine means to them, what it looks like to discover the feminine side within inside of you is giving yourself the opportunity to be yourself, to integrate her into you. She is a power. She, whether you are in a male or female body, she is not an angry power. She can be ferocious and wild, insightful and powerfully creative. She'll move through you like a gigantic torrential wave. Sometimes a tsunami. She wants into consciousness. To be yourself means you're allowing yourself to be disrupted. You're allowing a greater force to destroy what has kept you an emotional or psychological invalid. To allow yourself to be disrupted means that you're coming out of the zones within you that are based upon anger, which is the power that's trying to come up through you, and to pay attention to how you numb it. Those of you who have such passion, and you feel it when you see life in its best, people caring for each other, where you're eating a good meal, where you have an inspiration and you're writing something that's super important to you, or you have a thought of how to communicate something even better. Or you have the time that you have worked hard to create, to play with your child, show up with a partner. When you get to be who you are, to be yourself, you are discerning your emotions. You are discerning if you're allowing your anger to take you over and justify what you think is right, or that you have the reason to be a certain way. You want to discern, because you can be your ego self, or you can be your true self. And those of you who listen a lot to these podcasts each week know I really love the whole theme of ego. I love sharing and diving into it with you because we're trained to let our ego self run our life. And because of it, we have a world amok. And ego lives in a state of separation. It does not live in oneness, which is the union with the source within ourselves. That source of brilliance, divine intelligence, clarity, that light that is so bright, that spark that has the power to illuminate and change the world. It has the power to fill us in love. So when you listen to your ego, it's the part of you that took over when you were a little kid and you felt like you didn't really know what it took or how to do it to fulfill the expectations that were being put upon you. And so we go into helpless mode. We believe we don't have what it takes. We're afraid to be bigger, better. And when you feel that fire of your passion from your heart and soul move up through you, it has the power to fire your ego. If it's that time for you, when it's time, you want to give your ego first a new job to do. Like go send it to a major public library or university library and do research for you to serve you, to embed what you want to learn about, how you want to lead your life forward. Your ego will always make you feel unimportant, small, as though you don't exist. Your ego is really concerned about itself, and it's sneaky. It hides in many different forms and illusions and images within you. What you want to do is focus first on the you that never felt like it was smart enough, good enough, wise enough, intelligent enough, and grow her, grow him. Allow him, her to awaken, to expand, and get to know the hidden part of you, that lost self, the you that lost trust in itself, and to bring him, her forward. And yeah, we live in a time where the integrated masculine feminine within ourself is bursting open. To be yourself means you're receiving that life force and supporting and creating a structure from your masculine self to support that fiery, that intensely passionate, creative, sourced being that's you. That's the feminine. It wants out. It wants freedom. So your masculine self must be reconstructed so that you can be yourself, so that that fiery, passionate flame of love within inside of you that's pure power can come through, can come forth, so that you can be yourself. And each day, give yourself the expression, the ways of moving your energy so that you can hold that fiery passion, that infinite love within you. You have to have a container within inside of your body, a giant oval, a sphere, a globe where you live inside of you. Otherwise, there's no place to live, and then it hurts too much. And then you want to go into a whole nother direction of avoiding and shutting down and numbing down. And the path through, believe it or not, is to fully awaken, to feel it all, and to have the container inside of yourself so that you can be yourself. So you're not giving yourself away. You're not living in a state of experimentation. You're actually following the connection with your true self, with the you that as it busts through your chest into your heart center and busts through in your lower belly, and you connect your lower belly and your heart, you have a sense like you're showing up, you're coming in, and you're giving yourself the inner structure to really grow so that you can really be yourself, because the world needs you. We need you. We need you to show up in every facet of your life, from family to friendship to how you show up with work, to start a new project, a new business, to make a difference. There's so many miracles happening right now in our world, and I'm inviting you to be one, because you've got what it takes. It's within inside of you so that you can be yourself. Thank you so much for joining with me, holding you in deep love. I invite you to go check out my website, IanaLahi.com, IANALAHI.com. There are wonderful courses there, priced so that you can really afford it. And it's my gift to you, so that you can grow deeper into your true self and make the most out of this precious time that you have in this lifetime. Because this is a time of awakening, so that you can be yourself and live as the light that you are. Holding you in deep love. Have a really wonderful week. Until next week, all my love. This is Ayana Leahy.